Should the Miami Heat trade Tyler Herro for the Washington Wizards Kyle Kuzma? We'll talk about that and more in this next episode. Welcome back to the Team to Beat Miami Heat basketball channel. My name is Amir, and before I get into the video, I just want to thank everybody for subscribing to my channel. I just hit my goal of 600 subscribers, so thank you so much. It really does mean a lot to me. I appreciate it. I've been putting in a lot of work making these videos, and if you guys do enjoy these videos, please subscribe to the channel. I noticed that 89% of you watching are not subscribed, so if you guys want to help me out, I would really appreciate that. So thanks so much. So for today's video, I want to talk about the Miami Heat, and there are rumors that the Miami Heat were not done when it comes to trades before the February 8th trade deadline. We all know we got Terry Rozier a couple days ago. He played last night or 2 nights ago against the Grizzlies, and we lost our 4th straight game with Rozier. And so I think we need more help. I think we need to shake up this roster. Our offensive rating, we were 20th. It probably is worse now. We were 26th in scoring, so it's probably worse now. We haven't scored 104 games. So we definitely need to make a move or some sort of adjustment. And, we've dealt with injuries a lot right now, and we're only missing Jaime Jaquez. Hopefully plays against the Celtics, but we're always injured too. So we need to find some players that can reinvigorate our roster, provide some energy and a spark, honestly, because Jimmy right now is not caring about the regular season. He is taking it easy. He's lackadaisical, lethargical, and he's not being aggressive like we need him to be. And Bam and Tyler are fine. They've definitely done better throughout the season, but they are up and down themselves as well. So I want to put out a PSA right now. This is just a hypothetical and just an opinion, okay? So there's two things. Ultimately, I would prefer Tyler Herro being benched. And so I'm not a Tyler Herro hater. I respect him for what he does, but he is limited, and I don't know if we can necessarily win with him as our third best option. It's not working right now. The Heat are now 31-34, dating back to last season with our big three. I don't know what that overall number is with them in these 5 seasons, but it has not worked. We've done good, and we've made it to the finals twice. We made it to the Eastern Conference Finals, but who cares? That's the past. And just because we made it to the finals last year doesn't mean we're going to make it again. Just because Caleb Martin played really well in the Eastern Conference Finals last year doesn't mean he's going to do it again. I used to be in sales, and there's a mentality and a phrase of like, what have you done for me lately? Like, yeah, you hit your quota last year, you hit your quota last month, but it goes back to 0 every single month, and you have to sell more stuff, right? So it's, what have you done for me lately? So great, you've done well in the past, and well for the Miami Heat is not a championship. We have not won since LeBron left in 2014. It's been a decade since we won at this point, okay? So we need to make a change. Like, it's great. We got far. We made the finals. That's awesome. That's cool. But we haven't won anything in 10 years. We haven't won anything in Jimmy's build. And if Jimmy's going to be persistent to not play during the regular season or give a shit and force us to be a 6th seed, which is still not even ideal. I don't want to be a 6th seed. I want to be a 4 seed. We should be 4. We're a top 4 team. In the East, I think we're better than the Sixers. We should be the 3rd seed. We need home court advantage throughout the playoffs when applicable. And we're going to be a play-in team at this rate with all these losses and the way our offense has been. So I think we need to make a big move hypothetically. And that move is Tyler Herro, possibly, like getting rid of Tyler Herro, because this big three is not working apparently. And who knows, things can change with Terry Rozier, and if we could stay healthy. But I mean, realistically, I would want Tyler Herro to go to the bench so we can have Tyler come in, and so Terry Rozier could be a part of that new big three and have him operate with the ball in his hands and play make with Duncan on there, Bam, Jimmy, Haywood, or Caleb, whoever. But honestly, that's not going to happen. Tyler is not going to be put back on the bench. He's not going to play on the bench, and Duncan's not going to start. So here is my hypothetical, crazy kind of idea. I know it's not going to happen, and you guys can come at me in the comments, but I already gave my PSA. This is just a hypothetical situation. The Miami Heat can possibly trade Tyler Herro for Kyle Kuzma. So Kyle Kuzma was rumored to be linked to the Miami Heat possibly last off season. So we all know that Kyle Kuzma wanted to leave the Wizards. We all know that the Wizards have been shopping him around. It's been on and off. They've asked for multiple first-round picks for Kuzma, young assets, and we know they want to rebuild. They're a disaster. They have Jordan Poole and Kuzma right now as their best players, which is not going to do anything for you. So recently they said they don't really want to, they're holding off, I guess, on trades for Kuzma. But anyway, he was linked to the Miami Heat last year. And he just signed a 4-year, $90 million deal. So he has a friendlier deal than Tyler Herro. Tyler Herro signed a 4-year, $120 million. They both start this year for them until the next 4 years. And Kyle Kuzma's salary goes down every single year, which could be super beneficial for our salary cap. And we all know that Kuzma could be that perfect stretch for next to Bam Adebayo. His skills will stack up nicely against Bam. He's 6'9", I believe. He's a scorer. He can rebound. He's not bad defensively, surprisingly. So him and Bam could be super versatile and guard 1 through 5 together. So imagine a starting lineup of Terry Rozier, Duncan Robinson, Haywood Highsmith. We don't even need to give up Caleb in this. So we could be either Haywood or Caleb, Kuzma and Bam. And we still have Jaime, Jovic off the bench, Jay Rich off the bench, Kevin Love. That would be pretty cool. And so the salary, so Tyler Herro's making $27 million, Kuzma's making around 25. So we can throw in a player like Corey Kispert also. He is a small forward, couple years in the league. He's a pretty good three-point shooter. Always shoots for. So he makes around $2 million. So, or $3 million actually. So we would be taking in $1 extra million. But that's the type of shakeup that could really move the needle for this team, hypothetically. Give the reins to Terry Rozier as our starting point guard and let him and Bam operate within that pick and roll. Let Jimmy stand in the corner and take time off until he wants to activate Jimmy Butler mode in the playoffs. Then he's our alpha. Then he's our number one. And now imagine that's our 4. That's our starting, our big 4 right there. Kuzma, Rozier, Jimmy, and Bam. Going back to Kuz this year, he's averaging 22 points, 4.4 assists, 7 rebounds, man. And he's also shooting 34% from 3 on how many attempts? 7 attempts. So not the best, honestly, but I think with having Terry, Bam, and Jimmy on the court with him, they're going to create opportunities for him as they get double teamed or not. I guess they won't be double teamed because then Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo are going to be able to operate in the mid-range and in the paint. So that could be huge because we get another guy who's another 20-point scorer, a smaller contract than Tyler Herro over the 4-year time frame. And then also Kispert, another wing player who can come in and hit the 3. So let me look it up real quick. What does Kispert shoot? I know it's better than Kuz, but not by a ton. Dude, this guy's averaging 11 points per game, 1.5 assists, 2 rebounds, and he's shooting 37% from 3 on 5 attempts, dude. I think those numbers work, and there's been rumors, hypothetically, that the Heat should go after Kyle Kuzma, and I don't think they were going to be able to offer a package that they would want. They would probably want Jaquez, Jovic, first-round pick, Duncan Robinson to make the money work, and we weren't willing to do that. But what's if they were willing to take Tyler Herro and create the new, most electric, dynamic, spectacular backcourt in the NBA with the Jordan Poole and Tyler Herro new Splash Brothers combination? Could you imagine the inefficiency of the fadeaway, sidestepping, turnaround, fadeaway threes that these guys would take on a day-to-day basis? So that's what doesn't make this trade realistic. Again, this was a PSA. It's all hypothetical, just an opinion. And who knows? I mean, if they want to rebuild, they wouldn't want to take on Tyler's contract because he's making more than Kuz. But what's if they think that could somehow be a fun backcourt And a lot of people always compare Tyler to Poole, which I think is stupid because Poole is definitely way worse. But maybe they can offload Poole somewhere and trade Poole to another desperate team. And then Tyler is their building block at 23 years old as their starting shooting guard, and build around him and Tyus Jones and whoever. Honestly, in this use case, I think it wouldn't make sense again, 'cause like a rebuilding team wants draft picks, expiring contracts, young players. Tyler's a young player, but he's not expiring. He's making 30 more million than Kuz will in the same time period. So who knows? Maybe we would probably have to do this, but throw in a first round pick as that sweetener, Tyler Herro for Corey Kispert and Kyle Kuzma. Could you imagine that though? Terry Rozier, Kuzma, Bam, and Jimmy on the same team? That could be pretty dynamic. Again, Rozier averaging 24 before he joined the Heat. He's not going to average that. Kuzma averaging 22. He's not going to average that. But if he can average like 15 and Rozier can average like 15 or 16, that would be amazing. Because right now, again, I don't hate Tyler Herro. I just don't have faith in him right now as our third best option that can help us win a title, especially if Jimmy's our number one. So I believe in Jimmy as our number one who could win a championship, but I don't know if he is the right number three. I don't know if Terry Rozier is, but if you add in him and Kuzma, that 3 and number 4, that 3.5 right there, those four players right there, I think are good enough. So let me know what you guys think. Do you think I'm crazy? Do you think the Wizards would ever entertain that idea and take Tyler Herro? I don't know if they would, but I think that could be a really intriguing way of getting Kuzma on this Miami Heat roster. So let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a good one.